All right, hello everybody.
What
My
up?
name's
What up?
Daniel. This is Reed. Welcome to our podcast. There's no way I'm getting a call. All
Restart?
right, no, let's go, let's go.
All
All
right.
right, so yeah, we're two cousins. We like to talk sports. Reed, very smart guy, kind of a sports nerd sometimes. Me, played college basketball. I kind of like to challenge Reed's views because Reed can be he
Very,
can think.
very
Yeah, go ahead.
correct. Very
Yeah, very
correct.
very correct. So
Yeah.
I'm here to make sure Reed has someone to tell him he's not always right about everything. No, I'm just kidding. But all right. So yeah, want to introduce yourself, Reed?
Yeah,
Anything?
I'm Reed. Played high school sports, however, never the collegiate level. However, I kind of spend every waking hour looking at sports stats, watching sports. It's a problem. But now it's time to put it to use.
No, yeah, we just went on a trip, and if you want, if you ask Reed one question, you might know the entire. Say I asked him about the Dodgers, I might know the entire history of the team since they started, by an hour. So gotta be careful with Reed, but yeah, you'll see it when you listen to us. All right. So Reed, like obviously the Dodgers are going. They just had
Tokyo
their
series.
Japan series. Yeah. Can you give me a rundown of kind of what happened with them?
Well, yeah. Tokyo series, the reason why the Dodgers and the Cubs were there were all their Japanese star power. Dodgers have Roki Sasaki, Shohei Ohtani, of course, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Hmm.
And then on the Cubs side, you have Shota Imanaga, their ace, and Seiya Suzuki, one of their better hitters.
Time out.
But
Did it take you a while to figure out these names and how to say them, or it's pretty easy?
yeah, maybe Yamamoto. All the others were, I got them.
All right, all right, keep going.
No,
Sorry.
but no, it's just that they're there. And one thing you got to know about us, we are big Dodger fans. So
Hmm.
seeing a 2-0 series sweep was awesome. But yeah,
Exactly.
Shohei.
Sorry. As like a Dodger fan, I'm trying to get like, 100, you know what the record is for most wins in a season ever?
I believe it is the Mariners at 116 in 2001.
Yeah. So I think we have a chance of hitting that. I want to say.
Oh,
Is that a
yeah,
possibility? Would you say, or is that a
definitely
little too high?
definitely a possibility, but I'd say it depends on two things. One, starting pitcher health,
Hmm.
which we it's almost lucky this year. We have a very good starting five going into the year with a
Hmm.
bunch of players going to come back. Shohei's going to come back pitching, I
Hmm.
think sometime in May. Kershaw's going to come back sometime in June.
Hmm.
So we have a good starting, and Gonson's also going to come back. We have starting a good starting five now with only pitchers to come. So even with injuries, hopefully that stays in. Then also it depends on how Roberts coaches. Um, if I think if we are get out to a very strong start, I think Roberts might go for the record, keep players in late, keep starting pitchers in late, use our best relievers. But if he wants to just coast into the playoffs and keep our players healthy, then it won't happen. But it
Hmm.
really depends on how he coaches and
Sure.
health.
So give me a rundown of kind of what happened the first two games, because I know
First game.
it was 3 a.m. I mean,
Oh,
I
early.
wasn't watching the game. I will be honest. I looked at the
Er,
box score. I saw we won. Can you give me a quick rundown?
yeah, run down his game. Game one was a true pitchers duel between Imanaga and Yamamoto. Both pitchers showed out for Japan. Ibanaga
Did Ibanagi
Ibanaga for
get the
the
start because is he the
um
best pitcher on the Cubs, or just because like
yes.
he was Japanese, they wanted to show the
No,
Japanese guy?
um I think Justin Steele, who pitched game two, is a great pitcher, but Imanaga is definitely their ace. Whereas on the Dodger end, Yamamoto definitely is not our best pitcher. That's Blake Snell.
But they still
So
gave him the
he got
start just because it was in
yeah
Japan and stuff.
yeah,
Got
and same with Sasaki for game two. He's probably our starting 4 or 5. But pitch in front of your home country. It's what
Did
everyone wants to
did the
see.
Dodgers, any of the players complain about the time change, or the Cubs too? Time
I didn't
change, or like 'cause I know
I didn't hear
Mookie
too
got
much
sick,
time
right?
change complaint. Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't hear too much time change complaints, but so, what Freeman I think kind of re-injured his ribs, feeling a lot of discomfort, and obviously Mookie getting sick was the bigger deal.
How
So
did he hurt his
there's some
ribs?
effect there. So well, last year he was dealing with I believe it was either broken ribs or rib cartilage, something in there that he had to play through the whole postseason, which we didn't know because we were all focused on his ankle. We didn't know about the ribs, but it's that same injury, same rib. But luckily, Dave Roberts said it's nowhere near as extreme as he faced in the postseason.
Mhm.
So, and Roberts said he should be completely fine for the Freeway
he
Series.
didn't play. He didn't play.
Yeah, Freeman did not play.
Neither did Betts, and we still won those
Freeman
games.
Freeman and Mookie were out, but luckily for Freeman, they say he'll be back for the Freeway Series once the Angels come into town. And Mookie, I mean, heard he lost 15 pounds or something already. Hopefully.
Oh, he did?
No.
Wait, why?
Yeah.
Oh, from being sick.
His sickness, from it being sick. But I heard heard from, I think actually a Shohei interview, he flew back to LA, so hopefully he's all right. But
yeah, hopefully that's a little scary. I mean, I guess when you're really sick, sometimes you do lose some weight. So
yeah, that is the two effects. I didn't hear too much time change. But when it came to Game 1 of that series, a true pitcher duel. I think Yamamoto went 5, Imanaga went 4. Imanaga threw 4 no-hit innings. Grant, I think, had 4 walks. I think most ever in a start. And then Yamamoto went 5 innings, 1 run ball. Besides that second inning, looked really dominant. But then once the Cubs relievers came in, the Dodgers kind of pounced on them. 5th inning, just like in the World Series. We love the 5th inning. But 5th inning, we get, I think, 3 runs on the board right away. Edman RBI single. I believe there was a RBI ground out and a Will Smith RBI single. So we pounced on the relievers. And then relievers, I don't believe.
Did you watch the game? Like live?
Not live. I didn't watch it live, but I did rewatch. Once I woke up, I watched through. I wasn't getting up at 3 for it, but
what time did you get up?
I watched. Oh God, I think it was like 9.
At 9,
watched it through.
At 9,
I had seen. Yeah, unfortunately, both times the final scores got spoiled for me, but I was able to. I didn't know what happened, so still watching through.
Yeah, you watch every Dodger game.
And then,
oh, sorry to interrupt.
I try. I mean, some days I try to.
But every game, you're updating, seeing what happened. You're not gonna not pick the score one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I might sometimes miss the score.
Last year I was in.
Or I'll go a week and
unacceptable.
Check on the Dodgers, see how they're doing because they always win. So it's
no, yeah.
I know it's spoiled fan. But yeah, all right, keep going. Sorry.
No, yeah, I definitely keep up with every. Last year I was on a cruise in Europe, and every single with the time change, every single day I'm at 2 a.m. watching the game on my phone. It was bad.
It's Reed, what you got to do. Tired. You guys watching the Dodgers the whole time. It's oh man.
Enjoy fucking Rome.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. It's Reed, can you enjoy the Coliseum? No, I gotta watch the Dodgers interviews about spring training. It's bro, what?
I have my priorities.
Exactly. Understood. All right, so keep going.
Okay, so Game 1 pitcher duel, but we jumped on the relievers, whereas I believe our relievers didn't even give up a hit. I could be wrong about that, but
is it the same? Is it the same kind of relievers we were working with last year?
No. So no. We brought in 2 very big arms, maybe our 2 best arms in Tanner Scott, one of the best lefty relievers in the league from the Padres. He's the guy. He was called the Shohei stopper. In
really?
The playoffs,
did he actually shut down Shohei?
Okay, in the playoff series last year, Dodgers. He I think 6 at bats against Ohtani, 5 strikeouts, 0 for 6.
Oh wow.
Kind of dominated him, and then we go.
Is that just in the playoffs, or is that all?
Well,
career?
that was just in the playoffs. But I'm pretty sure Ohtani only has 1 career hit off him too. He does well against them. So I'm glad he's on our team, so Ohtani doesn't have to face him, especially in division.
Yeah, seriously.
And then we also brought in Kirby Yates, who pitched a sub 2 ERA, I think 1.17 around there for the Rangers last year. He's 38, but we signed him to a 1-year deal.
Can you give me 1 through 5 of our relievers? In order of the best.
Yeah, so I'd say our best is Tanner Scott. I doubt he'll close.
Wait, what about Trinan? Isn't Trinan the best one?
We still got Trinan. He's awesome, but
okay.
Scott's just a little better.
Okay.
Tanner Scott though, I think he's our best, but he might not close too many games. And my theory on that is we have Vesia, but he's by far our best lefty, and then our other 3 best relievers who we'll get to are all righties. So I think Doc's going to try and split them up a bit, go righty, lefty, righty.
Okay.
But so while he might not get the most saves on the team, he did get the save in Game 1. But I think Scott's our best. Then I'd say it goes to Trinan. He's filthy. Trinan is a very streaky pitcher though. He'll have times where he's just absolutely unhittable. Then other times, you know, he has that 1+ just mean sweeper. All his other stuff is kind of mediocre, but that one pitch just can take him through the promised land. It's insane.
Sure.
Then I'll go with Kopech, but he's currently injured. I don't think it's too long though. I think he's maybe.
Is he still a wild pitcher in the playoffs? He was wild.
Oh well, he's a starter converted to reliever. So I think throwing at 100% for 1 inning, he still needs to adjusting to.
Sure.
But he's got mean stuff. But yeah,
okay,
bit wild. But I'd say Kopech's are 3. Then I'll go probably Evan Phillips or Kirby Yates that are 4.
Okay.
They're 4-5. Evan Phillips and Kirby Yates are 4-5. I'll go maybe Yates 4, Phillips 5. And then honestly, we say top 5, but Vesia's right there too, rounding out a top 6.
Yeah, like they brought in Vesia to close game 2.
Yeah,
last year.
He also just in game 2 of the Tokyo series almost just blew it this game, but.
No, he got some rust to knock off. Regular season, I understand.
Yeah, but those 6 are a powerhouse. Then we have injured right now Brusdar Graterol as well. He's going to come back and dog.
He still throws gas or what?
Gas.
Yeah.
Gas.
All right. So I'm getting the rust off too. It's good for you to remind me of these players because
oh yeah.
Baseball season is here and it's exciting. All right, what happened in game 2? What happened in game 2?
Game 2 was definitely this was not a pitcher duel. However, we got to see Sasaki pitch for the first time. He only went 3 innings, gave up 1 run, but 5 walks. Like only 1 hit, I believe, but 5 walks was very concerning. But he came first pitch, 100 miles an hour, got up to 100.5. He looked
up. How was the crowd energy throughout the week?
Awesome. Oh, yeah? It was insane.
Yeah.
It's also very funny. Like with how insane of a crowd it was. Every time Ohtani came to bat, for example, it was kind of everyone. You could hear a pin drop. Like very respectful for the pitch. Everyone's intent, wanting to watch. Moment he hits the ball or anything else is happening, they're freaking out.
Now,
great
does
crowd.
Ohtani get like way more clout and like fame there, or does every kind of Japanese player, are they all kind of getting some publicity there, or is Ohtani like the main one?
No,
obviously the main one.
Every every Japanese player is getting more love than anyone else, but there's tiers to this, and Shohei was just a tier above.
Yeah.
His fame is next level.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just because he's like the best player. All right, keep going.
But yeah, game 2, Sasaki gave 1 run, 3rd inning. He got out of a bases loaded jam, 1 out. He did walk in a run. That was the only run he did give up, but then struck out Bush and induced an out on the last guy. So that was very good to see. But the real story was our offense. Edman hit the first home run of 2023. Then Kike just hit an absolute nuke off, I think, the column in the back of the dome.
Game one, they didn't hit one?
No homers game 1.
Okay.
But game 2, Kike just absolutely settled into the moon.
Was the field properly sized? That's a big stadium to begin with, right?
Yeah, I think it's I'd have to recheck the dimensions, but all the fences are super high up. Very high, but I think the distance is pretty normal.
Okay.
And then, well, actually, to the fence point, though, then Shohei hit his home run. He got a home run in front of Japan, awesome, but it was a bit of controversy. A fan did touch the ball, and the ball came back on the field. Now, I don't know if it's my Dodger bias, but I think that ball was going out anyway. And they did review it, and they confirmed it, so it was a homer. But a bit of controversy there, high wall. Fan touch that came on the field, but that was the 3rd homer of the day. That made it
I did see a clip on Twitter of Rodney Peete. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
So obviously, I like the Rogan and Rodney podcast, whatever they have, or like the radio show.
Oh, right.
I know the Rogans obviously, but like the Rodney Peete, I guess. I guess Muncy went diving into the crowd, and then Rodney Peete caught the ball.
The former Eagle. Yes, I saw that. And he went. And some people are saying he stole the ball from Muncy. No, Muncy missed it, and then his glove was just right under.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that was Rodney Peete. Like the.
I didn't know that was him though. I saw that clip. I didn't realize it was him.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they're gonna talk about that a lot, and they're probably gonna laugh about
that. Rodney's gonna be defending. I did not steal it from him. My glove was under. You're gonna be full defense. Bro, Muncy looked pissed though.
He did, but I don't think he realized in the situation that like. I don't think he realized that he missed it. I think he feels like he might have like gotten robbed, but I think when he watches the replay, he'll realize
he'll be fine.
He had no chance. Like because
I
his glove
also
was under.
yeah, his glove was under.
Yeah,
Muncie
he missed
missed it, and that
Mhm.
unless he feels like his glove was touched somehow, but I didn't see that. It looks like he just missed it.
Yeah, and like stuff with these players, maybe I'm just obviously maybe I'm being a hater, but
Yeah,
like you're running into the crowd and you're pissed off at the fan for trying to catch the foul ball. Like, come on. Like if they're
no,
reaching over, I get it. You have a say. Like in World Series when
yeah,
Mookie was like getting the glove ripped open, that was ridiculous.
that was one of the worst things.
But
Worst
like
things is subjective.
but like why have the attitude like how dare you try to catch a foul
You're
ball?
going
Like
into their space.
these fans live their life for the foul ball. You kidding me? I've caught
Exactly.
one foul ball in my life. Greatest day of my life. All right. So I'm
Same
on the fan
experience.
side. Have you ever caught a foul ball before?
I've never on the fly, but I did. I was able. I picked a couple up from the ground.
Yeah. The one I will say the one that I got it wasn't. I didn't catch it. I had picked it, but it was
Yeah.
still cool. All right. So keep going. The end of the game there.
But yeah, basically status quo. We had two relievers who we kind of just picked up. One of our prospects came up. They each gave up a run, which made the game 6-3. But besides that, the rest of the bullpen shut them down. Vesia got into a little trouble late, but allowed the time run to come to the plate. But Rojas made a really nice play to end the game at short, filling in for Betts.
Nice.
6-3 ball game. Won each game by 3 without Betts or Freeman. And honestly, subjective opinion, I'd say our 3 and 4 starters because I put Snell and Glasnow over Yamamoto.
Okay.
So two great wins and Cubs. If we do predictions, I have them winning the NL Central. So I don't think this wasn't a shabby team we faced. Two very
No.
good pitchers in Imanaga and Steele. So
So
two very good wins.
so you make like a mock
Oh yeah.
division winners
Oh
for the
yeah.
season. And how do you decide like the Cubs are going to beat the Reds this year? Like how do you decide? Just like the roster?
It's not like I do every game by game. It's obviously for football I'll do every game. That's another story. But for baseball,
That's
it's
a
kind
lot,
of
too.
just I value starting pitching overall. Starting pitching overall. Then from there I go to lineup and bullpen. Lineup over bullpen for sure. But I don't know. It's just
and you know every single major league player.
every starter.
Yeah.
Bench will show up. But if there's
who is the Twins third baseman?
Twins, Royce Lewis.
Yeah,
Like,
obviously, right.
But he was number 1 overall pick 2020, yada yada. But
yeah, we can go all day.
I would say for every
people,
team,
this is insane. This is what I deal with sometimes, So
I would say for every team, around at least 7 of the 9 of the starters, I'd say is my knowledge gap.
Got it. So what's next for the Dodgers? What are they going to? What are they got going
So
on?
as of now, we actually go back to spring training, which is kind of funny to say.
Oh, they don't go to Dodger Stadium. They go back to
Well,
Arizona?
no, we go to Dodger Stadium and Angel Stadium. However, it is spring training games, and then we start the regular season. I believe it's against the Tigers, if you believe that.
Is
which
it
is
in
weird.
Detroit or is it home?
I believe home because I also could be wrong about this, but I believe it's almost like with ring ceremony. It should be every team that wins the World Series should have that first series at home. That should be like to get your rings and stuff.
I
But
agree. Is that what
that's
it
just
is?
me.
I think it is.
I hope it is. But yeah, it's 3. I just look now 3 games at home against Detroit. So we'll get our rings there and stuff, and that'll be cool. And also one thing I'm excited about is Jack Flaherty, who started Game 5, started 2 games in the World Series, had a great Game 1. Gets to get his ring on opening day because he's with the Tigers.
Oh, nice.
So he gets to come and get his ring with us.
Is he going to
So
pitch against us probably?
yeah, he should be their day 2 starter. Obviously, the former Cy Young winner, Skubal go 1, but
Yeah, obviously.
Flaherty will probably go Game 2.
Yeah. What's it called? That's cool that he gets to kind of enjoy it with the team. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Because usually with stuff like that, it's like midway through the season they come.
Yeah.
Here.
Especially
It's a
the
bit-
Tigers. Say
Yeah.
the Tigers didn't play at Dodger Stadium this year.
No.
What would they do?
What the MLB does now, and I don't know how long they'll do this for, is we do play every team. Not every American League team comes to our stadium.
Yeah.
I'd assume what would happen is when we go to Detroit, we'd bring his ring with them, and we'd give
That
it to
makes
him.
sense. All right. So when's the first game? The first regular season.
That is going to be March 27th for us.
All right.
Is opening day.
And then who? And then for example, is Glasnow and Snell who are next up to start? Are they going to pitch
Yeah.
in the preseason or probably not?
I think Snell is going to go Game 1. I'm almost positive Snell's going to get the opening day start. I don't know if that's been announced yet. but I'd be kind of shocked if it's not. Then while I'd go Glasnow game 2, I think there is a theory to because I think Yamamoto and Sasaki have very similar pitch mixes. So I think Doc's going to want to try and break them up so pitchers don't see kind of the same pitch over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we are going to go Yamamoto game 2 to split, and then Glasnow 3 to split up Yamamoto and Sasaki, who I think would go game 4.
All right. So
And then-
I am now going to test you on trivia.
Oh boy.
Reed? You know, so I typed into my AI. I said, "Give me 10 trivia questions that get progressively harder."
Oh boy.
And then the first one's kind of already hard, is what I said.
Okay. oh boy. Let's see.
All right, 10, and you don't get that much time to answer. If you don't get it, it's okay. We won't hate you. All right. But to be
Pressure.
honest,
To be honest, I will be hated.
nah, you can get some of these. Okay, what pitcher threw a no-hitter in his MLB debut June 15th, 2012?
Oh boy. I know this was a thing. Fun fact, another pitcher for the Diamondbacks.
Played for the Giants.
Fun fact while I think of that, a pitcher for the I believe Gilbert for the Diamondbacks did it in his first start recently for the Diamondbacks. I believe
Well,
in
that's not the
2020.
answer, Reed.
Fucking Giants. I fucking hate the Giants.
He also threw a perfect game once.
Oh, is this Matt Cain?
Matt Cain, it says. I'm not sure
Damn.
these are even correct. All right.
Matt Cain threw a no-hitter in his debut?
That's what it says. June 15th, 2012. Look it up. Who was the first player to hit 50 home runs in a single season? 1920 was the first.
Was it Ruth?
Was Babe Ruth, baby.
Also,
That's
all
right.
right. I'm just going fact checking this. April 12th, 2008 was Matt Cain's debut, and he took a no-hitter into the 7th inning before allowing a hit to Pujols.
Wait, what the heck? This is wrong, the AI?
Yeah, AI's wrong
Wow, that's
on that.
wait, that's so weird.
Yeah, he
All
took
right.
maybe he took a no-hitter farther than almost anyone else, but
It says threw a no hitter in his MLB debut June 15th, 2012. That's weird. Okay.
interesting.
What team lost the World Series in 2001 to the Diamondbacks in a dramatic
No.
Game 7 walk-off?
The Yankees.
Yeah,
The
we knew that
Yanks.
What year did Jackie Robinson break the color barrier with the Brooklyn Dodgers?
Okay, I'm gonna work backwards here. I think he won the MVP in 42. No, maybe not. But so I'm gonna go. It was in the 30s, probably.
It says 40s. It's in the 40s.
Oh, so wait, was it 41?
It says 47, Reed. I'm not sure if these are right.
I could be. No, that one's probably right. That one's probably right.
Yeah, that one's got to be right.
That sounded right. That sounded right.
All right. That one's incorrect from Reed. Let's see. What player holds the record for most career stolen bases? I know these ones.
Ricky Henderson, of course.
Boom. All right. What pitcher won the Cy Young Award in both leagues and threw a perfect game in 1994? This one's tough.
Oh, Cy Young in both leagues and threw a perfect game.
In 94.
I would have assumed without the year it would have been Seaver, perhaps. But no, that's way too late for Seaver.
Answer
What
is...
team? Well, do you have teams?
No,
do
it
you have
doesn't say the team. Doesn't say the team.
Okay. Go ahead.
David Cone. Who's that?
David Cone. Well, I knew him as a Yankee. I don't know what team you want to sign with the National League though. But David Cone, great Yankee pitcher. I think a
In
Blue
what
Jay as
year
well.
did the Red Sox end their 86-year World Series drought, sweeping the Cardinals?
And what year was that? 04.
Yeah, that was easy. Which team won the first modern World Series in 1903, defeating the Pittsburgh Pirates?
Was it either the Red Sox or the A's?
It says Red Sox. Red Sox.
Okay,
That's
Red Sox.
correct.
Then the Red Sox.
But it's called the Boston Americans, later named the Red Sox. Come on, Reed.
Same thing.
I'll give it to you.
Oh wait, hold on. You said David Cone won the Cy Young in 2 leagues.
Is this wrong?
That's all. He only won it with the Royals.
See, my AI is dumb.
All right, we need to go. We need to go to regular trivia.
Who is the only player to win MVP awards in consecutive years in 2 different leagues, doing so in 92 and 93?
Was it Frank Robinson? No,
Frank
92, 93.
Thomas.
Oh, Frank. Wait. He won it
Am I
both with the
wrong?
White Sox. He won back to back, but it was with
It
the.
says Barry Bonds and Frank Thomas.
Bonds won it.
But
here.
the Bonds is a trickier answer here since he switched leagues. These are getting out of hand, these questions.
No, Bonds went to the Pirates, to the Giants, both National League.
Maybe that was one league, was one team like not in the
No,
American
they're
or
both
not?
national, and then I know Frank Thomas for a fact won one with the White
All
Sox.
right, well,
But
clearly my AI
you're,
needs some
I'm,
work.
I'm just smarter than the AI,
Yeah,
probably.
exactly. All right, last one. What pitcher on May 6th, 1953, became the first to throw two no-hitters in one season?
50 was this Koufax?
Ali Reynolds. Maybe these aren't even right, Reed.
I've never heard of Allie Reynolds.
All right, I got you down for 5 correct, Reed. Clearly you're not that smart. All right.
I was smarter than the AI. I don't want to hear it.
No, actually, we need to do some fact checking on this AI because this doesn't
Yeah.
seem correct.
That was some baloney.
All right, let's switch over to NFL free agency, baby.
Yeah.
Woo!
And for context for our teams, Daniel here is a massive Steelers fan.
Yep, got my Steel City jacket on. I know it's backwards, but Steel City, baby. I'm a big Steelers fan.
It's forward for me. And if you
You
can
know-
see in the background, oh, it's gone. But I have a Charger blanket there. But I am a Charger fan.
Yeah, Reed my whole life has been like, oh, the Chargers are the best team. They suck. All right, they've always sucked, and I'm not being
8-time
a
Super
hater.
Bowl champs.
I'm not being a hater. I just don't. I just Reed always thinks the Chargers are going to do amazing, and they always suck. So it makes me, I like to rub it in his face. Even though Steelers recently, in the last probably 10 years, we've been doing terrible. So, but yeah,
All right, look, your Steelers standard for terrible is a lot different than the Chargers. If we were going positive every year, we'd be pumped.
exactly. This is
We'd
true.
be
This is true.
stoked.
I mean, we have the coach who hits his quota every year at work and then checks out. He hits his 8-9 wins, and then rest of the season
8
he
to
will
10 every
take his nap. But he hit his quota. That's all that matters, right?
Yep.
So
It's funny. I've been watching memes of like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, Steelers deciding which way to go, and each side is 10-7, 10-7.
Exactly. I like that one. It's like, what path do we choose? Wilson 10-7, Rodgers 10-7, or Rudolph probably 7-10.
Yeah, I'm not. I love Rudolph as a backup. He can't be
I
your
agree.
starter, but
He's
as
a
a
good
backup,
backup.
he can fill in for sure.
He's a good face of the franchise as
Yeah.
a backup. All
Yeah,
right,
what
so
is-
Steeler news real quickly.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have a big quarterback drought, right? Or not drought, but like controversy, or not a controversy, but trying to
Yeah.
figure out who the quarterback's going to be. And we're waiting on Aaron Rodgers to do his ayahuasca trip first, is the issue. And so he's probably in Brazil doing ayahuasca while we're waiting on his decision. So I guess we're waiting on that. And I think I did see a tweet today that Mike Tomlin gave him a date that he has to decide by, or maybe he gave not him, or maybe his agent
Yeah.
said like by a certain date. I think I think it might have been like 30 days. So we got some time. That's what I saw.
That's near draft time.
I know, it's ridiculous. So they gave him like a soft day that had to decide by. It looks like we want Rodgers. I did see that the Vikings today decided that they are not going to pursue Rodgers, and I heard Rodgers wanted the Vikings. So that's good
That's-
news for the Steelers.
I
So-
don't know if that's good. I am on the you can I think you disagree here, but I'm on the Russell Wilson bandwagon over Rodgers. I saw seeing both of them play last year. One, Wilson's now already familiar with the Pittsburgh system, and two, Wilson proved he can win there. He was so much better than his Denver days. First off,
Sure.
but Fields, you can have your own opinion on Fields, but Wilson came in and I think objectively played better, and Fields played well. But I think Wilson came in, played better, and it did fall off on the end. But I think after you now have a year under your belt and you're now going in the same system, I think that's just so much better than a 40-year-old Rodgers who had a horrible year, who doesn't
Sure.
know the system yet. That's just me.
Sure. There was definitely times where Wilson played great. I mean, just at the end of the season, I think everyone has a sour taste in their mouth, or
Yeah.
a sour taste in whatever, because I think he was like 1-7 in his last 8 games, something like that.
Yeah.
It's about that, and because he started out great. And
Oh, yeah.
and for a reason why I want Rodgers or would prefer Rodgers is because obviously we signed DK Metcalf. We have George Pickens. As long as we have Pickens and Metcalf still, I think we're going to be able to get guys open. And I'm not saying that Wilson can't hit guys open. He's very accurate, but I
Yeah.
just think sometimes Rodgers, like he has the cannon. He has a cannon.
Yeah.
and he will feed guys. Obviously, he's slow, but so is Wilson. Is slow in the pocket too. Like Wilson took some sacks last year
Well,
that pissed me off.
yeah, that is one thing that surprised with Wilson at Seattle. He was kind of known for not running, but escape. Like he was a pocket magician.
Hmm.
You could not sack that man.
Yeah,
Even
now it
with
looks like he has tar in his cleats.
yeah, that
So
that that was a fall off for sure.
like cement in his on his feet. Like bro, like it's killing me. So I
Yeah,
think with Wilson, I think also like he's kind of like corny a little bit, which is like fine. But I think sometimes like
very.
it's not the. I think sometimes the team is just like when he's not playing good, like bro, like relax. Like they lost 8 straight, and like there's like a video of him like, bro, we can win the Super Bowl. It's like, bro, we lost 10 straight. What are you doing, Wilson? But
Yeah, it was yeah, it was not a good ending for Wilson, but I don't know. I see them various similar options, but you definitely need one. I've seen a lot of things going around where people are saying the Steelers, if Sanders in the draft falls, Steelers might trade up for Sanders.
yeah,
I think I don't like that move at all. I would definitely stick with trying to get the vet, ensure that, and
sure.
also like we might get into the draft later, but I'm not the biggest Sanders fan myself.
Yeah. What's it called? So as a Steeler fan, I think I think this is probably what most Steeler fans think is we want Rodgers first, and if not, we will take Wilson. We're not really too end of the day like it's going to be the same situation, but the doomsday is say
Neither.
Wilson goes to Cleveland and then Rodgers goes to New York Giants. Like that would be like
Yeah.
doomsday. So like that we're kind of opening ourselves
What
up to
what
that.
even is the backup option there if that does happen?
We'd have to ride with Mason Rudolph, I think, and then draft a quarterback.
I
Um,
mean, because I doubt Sanders falls. I feel like you'd be stuck with
Yeah,
someone like Dart or
I saw
Milrow.
some stuff about Jackson Dart. I do like him, I think, relatively. And
This is an unpopular opinion, but Dart after the combine and like a Senior Bowl, I believe he's really risen up the draft stocks, if you will. But I
mhm.
don't know. I still think I'm a Milrow believer over a Dart believer.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's tough with the draft. Like,
Yeah.
there's guys who you think are going to be studs and they are, and then guys who aren't.
Oh my
Who you
god!
think are studs.
As a Charger fan, I was so happy with the Quentin Johnston pick, and he just turned out to be a terrorist for us. So it just
What's some
you
what's some
never
other
know.
what's some other NFL stuff that kind of went down this
A
offseason?
big thing was Mason Graham has retired from the Eagles. That was a big deal.
Hmm.
But 15 seasons, it was kind of expected.
Hmm.
That was the biggest recent news. I know McCole Hardman just signed with the Packers.
Hmm.
So I don't. After that, I really don't see the Packers taking a wide receiver first round, nor did their draft history ever entail that they
Sure.
take a receiver. But that's the recent free agency news. But as we can probably with this probably talk about all free agency news. What do you think about specifically the two quarterback signings, Fields to the Jets and Darnold to the Seahawks?
Yeah, so Fields to the Jets. First off, I mean, I think one thing I wasn't the most happy about when he was in the Steelers was because I feel like he came to Steelers kind of wanting to be there, kind of wanting to be on the
Hmm.
Pittsburgh vibe and be like and he wanted to be like a career quarterback there.
Yeah,
And I think he played great. Like if you watch when he played versus the Colts that one game, he played excellent, right? Like
yeah.
so he had those flashes of like because on the Bears I feel like he didn't get a fair shot. Like he was on a really bad team. Um, but he had those flashes.
Well,
But I
it's funny you say that though. That's what worries me about him signing with the Jets. Because look at him on the Bears, awful. And
mhm,
I don't know if that was him necessarily. The Bears were just one of the worst run organizations I've ever seen in my life
mhm,
when he was there. Then he goes to the Steelers, one of the best run organizations who have a great team around him, and he thrives, plays the best football we've ever seen since college. Now going to the Jets, who I think are almost as dysfunctional as the Bears were.
mhm.
I know they have Garrett Wilson and stuff, and they have an okay
Who's the
defense
Jets head
still.
coach? Same guy as the end of last
I
season?
believe it's still Robert Sala. Maybe they got rid of
No,
him. Let
not
me
Salah.
check that.
Salah left.
Oh, did he? Who is it?
Remember
Jets
Salah
head
got kicked
coach.
out middle of the season?
Oh my yes, Aaron Glenn. They just signed
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
Buck. I believe the Buck. The
Was it
Buck.
was isn't wasn't he the no wasn't he the Lions defensive coordinator?
Sorry, but yes, Lions.
Yeah.
Wait, who the Buccaneers coordinator signed with? I have to remember that.
Yeah, we'd get the rest off ourselves. But
Yeah.
no, with Fields, I think he wasn't really given the most fair shot, and I think it kind of rubbed him the wrong way. The thing with Tomlin though is he'll always like I think he sees like he sees kind of how practice is and stuff like that, like things that fans can't see. And
Hmm.
I think it was just a clear Wilson was the starter last year,
Yeah.
and so when Wilson came when Wilson didn't do well, like and they stayed with him, like that was kind of a clear sign to me that like Fields probably isn't the truth.
Yeah.
So
It's
so
I
I
wish
guess I'm okay with him going to the Jets. It just I wish him the
oh
best. I wish him the best. I
I
don't know if he's and I'll be happy for him if he does great. I'll be a little upset,
yeah.
but yeah, go ahead.
My thing with Fields though, I just give the criticism for going to the Jets because I think they're just as dysfunctional as the Bears. But I look at the teams who needed a quarterback this year, and outside of the Steelers, I really don't know what a really better option would have been. I don't think the Seahawks, without DK, without Gina, without Lockett, are a great team around him, and I also don't like the Seahawks O line either.
Hmm.
Vikings would have been good, but again, I don't understand why the Vikings are looking for a quarterback. You just drafted JJ McCarthy 11th.
Yeah.
Go with
No,
JJ.
yeah. No, yeah, they are. They are. I think that report came out that they
Yeah.
are. And no, yeah, we will see. What's the other? Where Donald go again? Darnold.
Seahawks.
That's right. That's right.
Er,
And he has got Cup too as well. It's gonna be a different team over there in
Yeah.
Seattle. We'll see. We'll see about Donald. I mean, he played. What kind of money is he getting? Did you know?
I believe it's 3 years, 100 million. Don't know
Yeah,
exactly what's
good for him.
guaranteed,
Good
but
for him. He played his ass off this year in Minnesota. So
look, I'll go on record saying I'm not a huge Darnold believer. I think the Vikings are quite literally the best, besides maybe the Chiefs with Andy Reid,
mhm.
and the best coach team in the league. I love Kevin O'Connell. He's absolute stud there.
Mhm.
But we'll see.
I agree. I mean, Donald's got the strong arm, which I think is
That's all he's got.
something that people that it really helps you out in the NFL in my experience. I think so.
We'll
we
see how he deals. We'll see how he deals with that. Below, I think it's with worse receivers. I know they have JSN and Cup now, but Addison and Jay Jettas are just so much better.
Yeah.
I love Justin Jefferson. That O line is just significantly worse. We'll see. Coaching is we'll see, but look, he could prove me wrong. And with Cup and JSN on your team,
Mhm.
and also in the backfield, Walker and Charbonnet, you have potential to prove people wrong.
I agree. All right, let's move on. Let's you introduce this next topic, Reed. Yeah.
So let's go into we'll keep it in the NFL for now. We'll segue with this into the NFL draft.
All right.
And with free agency, we'll go back on the Steelers, and I'll go to you. Assuming you get Wilson or Rodgers at pick 21, I believe, for the Steelers, who are you targeting, or who do you want the Steelers to target?
I think the best, like the most fun pick would be Genty, if we can get Genty.
Yeah,
I know we just got rid of Najee Harris. We signed Gainwell.
We got Najee.
I know. Take him, please. The dude has also cement in his feet. What's it called? That would be fun. We might get a quarterback. I doubt it. I mean, to be honest, I think the smart pick would be like an offensive lineman, but
I mean, before the DK pick, I was mocking the Steelers to take a wide receiver, but now that you've got DK,
yeah.
How do you feel about your? Because I think a lot of my mocks have you guys taking a corner. How do you feel about your corner room? I know you have Joey Porter Jr., but who else do you have?
We just signed Darius Slay.
Oh, Darius Slay.
Yeah. Is he a safety or corner?
He's a corner. Maybe he can do both, but I know him as a corner.
Yeah, we just signed Darius Slay, so we'll see about that. To be honest, I'm not really sure. I'm a little rusty with defense as well. But I think Genty would be a cool pick. What about the Chargers? What about the Chargers?
Chargers, I think we are in desperate need of two positions, tight end and to replace Bosa, and Mac is old too. Only 1 year deal, defensive edge. Those are by far two biggest needs. In free agency, we buffed up our O-line with Becton, and we re-signed Bozeman, got James from the Raiders. So I think we're okay on O-line, and we have two of the best tackles in the league.
All right.
And receiver. Oh, God, we need a receiver.
Who's going number one in the draft?
I think it's between two. I think the Titans are going to take Cam Ward, my quarterback out of Miami. Mm-hmm. However, a lot of mocks have Abdul Carter, defensive edge out of Penn State. One of those two.
All right. Sounds good. All right, should we move on to doing our March Madness bracket?
Yes, March Madness bracket.
Woo!
That is what I want to do.
This is the main event, guys. You have you have the brains of Reed and the experience of Daniel right now, guys. Like, this is what you guys need. This is what you should be excited for. Just copy our bracket. We'll take you to the promised land. All right. Imagine we had a perfect bracket right now, like the first in history. And
That's what it's gonna be right now.
we would
This
go
is a
instantly
perfect bracket.
instantly viral.
All
I'm
right.
gonna fill out my bracket for my league at the same time as well.
Okay. Well, do you want me to do you want to tell me what you're gonna fill out, and I can just show it on screen here?
No, let's decide together.
Decide. All right. So, all right. Are you looking at it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. Auburn, 16 seed. Well, easy Auburn pick here.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
let me actually let me refresh this real quick.
I like to see the lines on these games.
There we go. I can actually
right.
one thing I can do if I go back here actually is I can go to create with bracket predictor, and then we have this isn't the lines, but this is the ESPN
Yes, yeah, favored.
probability. Close
Perfect.
enough.
All right.
All right. Got Auburn, Alabama State. Not even gonna think if Alabama State upsets. Bravo.
No, yeah, no, yeah.
All right.
Definitely Auburn.
Now we got the real games.
Yeah, Louisville, Creighton. To be honest, I'm a big Creighton guy. I like their big man. That guy, I like.
Renner. Yep.
And they were good last year. Obviously 24-10, not the best record, but I think in my leagues I'll be picking the Creighton. What do you think? And don't you not like Louisville also?
No, not a big Louisville fan. I believe they were 1-3 before the tournament in ranked versus ranked games or against ranked opponents. I believe they were underseeded though. I believe they are better than 8 seed caliber. That being said, I think the run to the ACC tournament was a little. I still think the ACC was very strong this year, outside of maybe Duke and Clemson. Then when they run into a flagless Duke, you still struggle that mightily. I'm just not a Louisville believer. I'm a Creighton believer.
All right, I agree.
For the same reason you said, a lot of experience on that team. Love their big man.
All right,
Michigan,
UC San Diego. You know the 5-12 people love to pick the upset on. You know, yeah. I'm gonna relax. You know, I'm gonna take the UC. I'm gonna take Michigan. Sorry. Do you agree with me on that?
Oh, 100%. I'm not a huge. I've watched a lot of UC San Diego's games during the tournament, UCSB and their UC Irvine game. But look, Michigan just kind of didn't run through a couple of tough games, but just won the Big Ten, who I believe is the second best conference outside of the SEC right now.
Mm-hmm. I was watching UC San Diego versus UC Irvine. Yeah, and they didn't impress me. I was watching a little bit. They didn't impress me, but good for them making the tournament. Won their conference, but I'm taking Michigan.
If Michigan can go win the Big Ten, but then lose to UC San Diego, I'll be befuddled. Exactly. I like Michigan.
All right, Texas A&M and Yale.
Look,
go ahead.
I am not a Texas A&M believer. If there was a super low seed to pick, it would be Yale. The Ivy League has shown strength almost in every tournament for the past 3-4 years. I think even Yale themselves had a huge upset. So if there was a huge upset, this would be it, but it probably would be a dumb pick.
To be honest, Reed, my instinct said Yale. It just came to me.
I'll do it. I will send a Yale here.
All right, let's do a Yale.
Send a Yale.
All right, Ole Miss, North Carolina. North Carolina played good.
Great. I mean, R.J. Davis 6 for 6 from 3 against San Diego State. Insane.
But North Carolina, you don't think so?
Look. Ole Miss, I think, gets lost in the shuffle sometimes with a strong SEC. North Carolina didn't even really deserve to be in this tournament. It absolutely deserved to go to West Virginia. Did you hear, by the way, the West Virginia governor is doing a lawsuit or something? Oh,
against the board of picking North Carolina.
Yeah,
makes sense. Probably.
Because makes they deserve to be in it.
North Carolina.
Sorry, to who?
Didn't the board member who picked it go to North Carolina or something like that?
I think that was some of the controversy.
Yeah.
Either way, I am a.
Seems above my pay grade, but yeah.
I could go either way with this. This is honestly ESPN basically has a 50-50. I basically have a 50-50. If I had to choose, I would go Ole Miss though.
Let's do it. I mean, North Carolina they lost a lot of games. They just played good last last night, whatever they played. So good for them. Good for them.
Iowa State, Lipscomb. I'd be honest if I said I knew anything about Lipscomb.
Let's just be smart here and just pick Iowa State. I think.
Just roll through. Marquette, New Mexico. New Mexico's a team I probably should know more about.
Is Marquette a 7 seed every tournament?
They're just a 3 seed a couple tournaments ago.
Oh,
but
they were? I feel like I always
maybe
see Marquette is the 7 versus 10 game.
I am
9 versus 7.
I'm a big Marquette fan.
All right,
big believer.
What do you like about them?
But I believe they Actually, we can just go down here, like where it has. What their defense is incredible.
Okay.
Like it is some of the most pure defense you'll ever see. Also, if you watch that Marquette St. John's game, in the tournament game that they had, it was some of the most beautiful defense I had seen in college basketball in a long time. As it does also say here, they do struggle with threes, but I'm just not. I'm not a New Mexico believer. Not a. I'm sorry, not. I'm just a Marquette believer. I saw that. I saw them play. And I think only a very good team will beat them.
Let's do it.
Michigan. All right. Not going to think too much here. Michigan State.
No, yeah, I'm high on Michigan State this year. I hope
very high. They
well.
went 8-1 against ranked teams in the regular season. Won I think 8 straight as well.
And I feel like in the March Madness tournament, you do need coaching, and
Izzo.
They have Tom Izzo has so much experience. I think a big run for them this year.
Oh.
We'll get to it.
Love Michigan State. All right, Florida 16 seed. Sorry, Norfolk State.
I think I'm taking Norfolk State here.
It's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see how it plays out.
I'm just kidding. UConn, Oklahoma, dude. I might have recency bias in my head, but I think UConn's gonna make a run.
I don't hate that. I might hate the run because they have to play Florida next game. Ooh. But I like the win over Oklahoma. I like the odds being pretty much in favor for Connecticut. Yeah, Oklahoma, I don't think Oklahoma's a 9 seed worthy team to begin with. And while UConn did struggle this year, they're back-to-back champs. They have the experience.
Yeah, they have the coaching.
Dan Hurley's a beast.
A couple players who are on the team. So.
Yeah, big UConn fan.
Dude, I might take them over Florida. Whatever. We don't have to do it in Ireland.
We'll go there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Did I tell you I went to UConn's campus over the summer? Fun fact.
How great was the campus? Amazing.
It was quite beautiful. That northeastern scenery. Oh man, beautiful. New England scenery. Love it.
All right, Memphis, Colorado State. They're saying Colorado State's the favorite.
The odds on Colorado State. Colorado State was kind of a very good team in the Mountain West.
All right, Memphis only had 5 losses the whole season. What do you think, Reed? I'll go with your gut on this one.
I've done personal. I've looked at this. I've taken Colorado State just because, for like maybe spoiling a little bit, it was the only 5-12 upset I saw possible, okay. And I always love the 5-12 upset. For that reason alone, I've been going Colorado State. But don't sleep on Memphis. Memphis is a good team.
No, yeah, Memphis. 5 losses impresses me. That's tough to do. So.
It is 5 losses in a very weak conference, though.
This is true. Maryland Grand Canyon.
Look, we just saw when we went to Arizona, we saw a lot of Grand Canyon basketball. Mm-hmm. Saw them play against Utah Valley, beat them in the tournament. However, Maryland, that's a strong 4.
I think when we're picking Colorado State and Grand Canyon, we have an issue. I think Maryland wins. Yeah. Missouri and Drake. Let's see. What do you got?
Ooh, I'm very high in Missouri. I think they're a very strong team in the SEC.
Every year, Drake has like 2 losses. Every year.
Well, they're like the weakest conference ever.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm a huge Missouri fan.
Yeah, let's do Missouri. Drake usually
look, when you excel at scoring and shooting accuracy, like, come on. Like, look, defense matters. However, in college ball especially, I think momentum matters. And no team can get, well, maybe some higher ranked teams, but at the 6 seed level, no team's gonna be better at getting that momentum than Missouri. They can get hot real quick.
Texas Tech. I've always liked Texas Tech.
I hate Texas Tech this year. Really? I like them over UNC Wilmington, who, by the way, broke my heart beating Delaware in that miracle run. But all right, not a big Texas Tech guy, but we'll take it. Easy.
That's fine.
3-14. Kansas, Arkansas.
I probably would pick Kansas here just because of the history of Kansas. To be honest, I don't know much about the team.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just really high on the SEC this year.
Okay, you want Arkansas?
But,
we'll do Arkansas.
No, I think I'm liking Kansas. They're kind of just better in every single metric.
All right. St. John's and Omaha.
Omaha.
I like St. John's a lot this year too as well. They're coaching. It's all about coaching.
Well, I've been to Omaha's campus before. I like St. John's.
You didn't tell me that. All right, so you pick St. John's. Okay.
Yeah. Duke, the play-in winner. I'm not even going to think about it, but I do have a lot to say about Duke once we get into more important matchups.
All right, Mississippi State.
This is probably the hardest game of the whole tournament. I have to pick, by the way, of this round. I am a
Um,
huge fan of both teams.
okay.
That being said, we just look at the power rankings over here
I
on
didn't realize
the right hand
14
side.
losses.
They're just kind of better at everything. Mississippi State, they had a better record in a tougher conference. I'm going Mississippi State, but man, don't sleep. Baylor gets past Mississippi State. Watch out. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
That being said, we'll go the Bulldogs. Oregon Liberty. I do not like Liberty this year.
Let's do Oregon.
Click
Arizona
that easy.
and Akron.
Arizona Akron. I'm a big Arizona fan. New conference. They did very well in the Big 12.
Yeah, they got Caleb Love too.
Yeah, Caleb, one of the best players in college basketball. He has a lot of experience. We'll go him. BYU VCU. This one confuses me a lot. I don't know why VCU is favored by here. I am a
To be honest, I
huge
got a
BYU fan.
really. I got
Yeah.
a wave of VCU that hit me.
You got a VCU wave.
Yeah, it just hit me. It just said, "Hey, Dan, VCU is the winner here."
Look, I don't think we can go against the waves.
Exactly. I appreciate that.
Can't go into, but I'm a big BYU fan. Really like their team. Okay. Talking about teams I like. Wisconsin. Oh,
All right,
boy. One of the best 3-point shooting teams we've ever seen.
Really?
Right here. Number 1 in free throw shooting.
They got some shooters, huh?
That Wisconsin UCLA game where they just were, I think, tied the Big Ten record in threes. Huge Wisconsin fan. I think they make a run in this tournament.
All right.
St. Gail's Vanderbilt. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my college football stigma. I just do not like Vanderbilt. Ever.
I agree. They're not a basketball school.
I know St. Gail's got upset by Gonzaga in the tournament, but
Alabama, Robert Morris. I mean, this is a pretty cut and dry.
don't even need to talk about it.
All right.
You know what team I wish was in the tournament? Rutgers. I wish I could see Ace Bailey play. All right.
Houston.
Right? Look at this. Look at these odds.
They have a 0% chance. Is Houston
You
the
can't
highest ranked team? The highest ranked one?
No. I think it's
Oh.
Auburn. But
Oh yeah, you're
Come
right.
on.
It is.
0? Come on. Give them a 1.
Gonzaga, Georgia. Georgia made it. Good for Georgia.
Yeah.
Did they
Very
win
good for
SEC?
Georgia, but I'm sorry, Georgia.
they
Gonzaga's
win
just
the
going to whoop
SEC?
your ass. SEC?
Did
Sorry, what?
Georgia basketball win the SEC?
I don't know what they did in the tournament in the SEC, but like, also for example, everything you see in strength of schedule, you're going to see so high for every SEC team.
Sure.
Because that SEC games were just all of them were grueling.
What
That
are
being
doing
said-
against Gonzaga though?
That being said, Gonzaga just won the WCC. The upset St. Mary's. I think they're a hot team right now. They have the experience, unlike Georgia. I like big Gonzaga fan here.
Yeah.
Clemson McNeese.
I feel like
well-
Clemson also every year is a 5 seed.
Yeah, yeah.
They are.
I just feel it. But Clemson, while I'm not a fan of the ACC this year, Clemson is the exception, and Duke are the exceptions.
All right.
I am a Clemson fan. We'll go with Clemson. Purdue High Point. A lot of my friends who I've seen do brackets are liking the High Point upset. I don't know if I like it as much.
What friends you got?
High Point friends, apparently.
No. Let's be clear. These 12, 13 seed teams, they're good. They're good.
Yeah.
So you might not have heard of them, but they got some players, and they can easily win games like this. I'm down to do High Point if you want to do High Point. I know Purdue. Did they have a run last year?
Yeah, with Zach Edey. Maybe
Yeah,
a
so they
championship
had that
game,
run
but
last year. I think
they're
they're going to
gone.
be a little worn out of the tournament. Let's go High Point, bro. Kind of like Virginia when they made that run and they lost in the
Yeah.
first round. Yeah, it's kind of similar.
Illinois, and then the plane winner between Texas and Xavier. Actually, side bet, who wins this game today, Texas or Xavier? I got Texas.
I like Texas. I like Texas too. Let's go Texas Xavier.
You know what? I am a big believer. I know we didn't do it for the North Carolina game, but I'm a big believer in building momentum and those
Me too.
playing games giving you momentum.
I agree.
So I do think if Xavier wins this game, I do think Illinois does take that. But you know what? I'm on the Texas train. Longhorns, baby.
Who's Kentucky's coach again?
It's not. Is it still Calipari or is he gone?
No,
He's gone,
he
right?
left. I think he's Arkansas, right?
He is Arkansas, correct?
Oh yeah,
I mean-
he's my Arkansas pick.
maybe Mark Pope is their current coach. No, wait, that is their head coach for football. Wait, what?
I
That
think
doesn't seem right.
I'm gonna use my insane upset
No, it is
pass
Mark Pope.
right here. I think I'm gonna go Troy.
Look, all I'm gonna say is with the Troy pick, Kentucky lost to Oakland last year in a 3-14 game, I believe, and they also lost to St. Peter's a couple of years ago. Kentucky has gotten upset a ton these round 1 games.
I'm feeling Troy. I'm feeling Troy.
Feeling it. UCLA, Utah State. I think UCLA very much struggles against any 3-point shooting team. And when you look at a Utah State, they're not a horrible 3-point shooting team.
All right, let's do it.
That being said,
Utah State. I don't really know much about either,
all right.
to be honest. I do like UCLA because they're local, but whatever. Tennessee.
Tennessee, Wofford. Not even gonna really think about it.
Who's Tennessee's best player?
Tennessee's best player. I don't know too much about Tennessee basketball, but wait. Actually, let me. I do know they had Dalton Connect last year, who's now balling out for the Lakers. But I think they have.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of that same team where freshmen turn into sophomores, etc. And they're kind of balling out for them.
All right, let's go next round, baby. Here we go.
Anyways, Auburn, Creighton.
I think you gotta go.
I think
I'm a big Creighton.
Yeah, I think
guy, but-
Auburn's the number 1 overall seed for a reason, but they are 1-4 or 1-3, I believe. Have lost 3 or 4 in their last ranked games, so something to keep an eye out for.
All right.
We'll go Auburn. Michigan, Yale. I love you, Yale, but I think the Big Ten champs steamroll through.
I agree.
Ole Miss, Iowa State. We'll get into Iowa State in a second, but
It's a big toss.
I think they're a very good team.
Well, let's do it.
I like Iowa State. Marquette, Michigan State. I think we were saying earlier we're big fans of Michigan State. 8-1 in the regular season there.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing a defensive team. But we'll go Michigan State.
Florida, UConn.
Right. You like the run, I don't. But if you're set on the run,
Let's do
I'm
the
down
run,
to go
bro.
early.
We have to be kind of crazy because once UConn wins, we're gonna go viral. You know.
Exactly. we're go crazy. UConn all the way.
We
No.
just knocked out the number 1 seed, Florida. Just so you guys know.
Yes.
All right, Maryland, Colorado State.
Ooh, like both these teams, but I really like Maryland.
Let's do it. You like Missouri?
Missouri, Texas Tech. Now here's where I don't like Texas Tech. I honestly don't know if this game's close. I think Missouri blitzes. I think Missouri blitzes them quick.
It's saying Texas Tech.
ESPN's wrong.
All right, understood.
ESPN's wrong. Missouri steamrolls. Blowout.
Let's do it.
Kansas, St. John's. History versus, honestly, history.
I like St. John's this tournament, man. I like them.
St. John's. There we go. Nice work. All right. Duke, Mississippi State. This game depends on if Flag is healthy. From what I can tell, he is ready for the tournament. I'll believe in Flag, but if Flag isn't healthy, watch a Mississippi State or Baylor upset here.
I think even without Flag, Duke runs through these games. To be honest,
We'll see.
But they said he's going to be playing the first game, right?
Yeah, they said he's ready.
All right, Oregon, Arizona.
Former Pac-12 matchup
Arizona.
here.
I like Arizona.
A big Arizona fan, but former Pac-12 matchup. Oregon's always scary, but I agree. VCU, Wisconsin. I'm saying now, Wisconsin's making a run.
All right, let's do it. I'm here.
Wisconsin's a dangerous team. St. Mary's, Alabama. St. Mary's just kind of got upset by Gonzaga. If you can't beat the Zags, I don't know if you're beating Bama.
This is true. If they didn't lose that game, I would maybe say it, make a run, but no, let's do
Yeah.
Alabama.
Houston, Gonzaga. This is another 1 seed that might have to go.
Really?
Big Gonzaga fan. They have the experience. They have the coaching. Houston has great coaching too. Don't get me wrong.
All right, let's do
But
it.
I don't know.
Let's do it.
I'm on the
I
Zags
think Houston
bandwagon.
doesn't always do the best in these tournaments. So
Yeah. Clemson, High Point. Big Clemson fan. Love you, High Point, but
yeah, your run's over.
steamroll there. All right. 11-14 is just the year of Troy that we have no clue
The
about.
thing is we don't even know who's playing in this game yet.
No idea.
No, I think Texas Xavier goes on.
All right. I like Troy. All right, Utah State, Tennessee. Every
Tennessee.
time I've seen Tennessee play a few games, especially those Florida games where it's back and forth. Tennessee will kill Florida, and Florida will kill Tennessee. They're not using Utah State, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Auburn, Michigan. Very good matchup. Could easily see an upset here.
Yeah, I mean, when you're in Sweet 16, you never know what can happen. But I still think Auburn holds on. They're the
Yeah, I
best team in
think
the country.
Auburn's one seed for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did not mean to do that. Here we go. Auburn. Iowa State, Michigan State. Very good game.
True.
I don't know.
I like Michigan State.
I've watched a lot of Big Ten basketball this year, being a Nebraska fan myself. Michigan State's just impressed me.
All right.
I like them. UConn, Maryland. Does the run continue? UConn's runs. They still got Diarra. They got Hurley. They got Diarra. They got players still.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Screw it. Missouri, St. John's.
St. John's. St. John's gotta be.
We'll go Johns. Could see Missouri upset though.
All right.
Duke,
Arizona.
Now this is where if
This
Flag
is
is not playing,
this is big Flag,
Arizona's
yeah.
gonna win. With
He's gonna
Flag.
play.
Sorry, what?
Is he gonna play though?
He is, but with that injury, like with a sprained ankle, that re-aggravates easy if you don't give it proper time to heal.
You know what I'm thinking is he's got a whole week off from the first round to Sweet 16. I think he'll be healthy by then.
All
I
right,
think he'll be all right.
we'll go Duke.
Mm-hmm.
But Caleb Love, former UNC guy, going up against Duke, got that fire in his eye.
Mm-hmm. True.
Wisconsin, Alabama. I'm telling you, year of Wisconsin.
All right, let's do it. I'm down.
Alabama should win that game though, but every team technically should win games. That's why March Madness is so fun because there is upsets.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga, Clemson. Unironically, I think Gonzaga is just the better team here. ESPN agrees.
Let's do it. Gonzaga, they could lose the first game. But we
I think
in the
Gonzaga's
Elite Eight.
almost been overhated because they usually are so dominant. The fact that they haven't been as dominant this year, they are now getting looked over. Gonzaga's still a damn good basketball team with great coaching. Tennessee, Texas. I'm sorry, Texas, but Tennessee is just too good of a basketball team to lose to.
It could be Xavier, but yeah.
Could be either way.
Auburn,
I'm excited to watch
State.
that. All right.
You know, I'm okay with ending our Michigan State run here, but if you want to keep it going, I'm all for it.
I don't think I'm okay with it. Michigan State to
All
the
right.
promised land. All right,
All
now,
right.
but here's the look at the odds too, near 50-50.
Reed, I'm telling you, I know I'm big on St. John's. The thing is, they're not ready. They're not ready for this kind of run.
They're not
That's
ready for
cool.
UConn prime time.
Bro, UConn to Final Four is funny.
Duke, Wisconsin. This is again. It depends on Flag. I
like
just really like
Wisconsin.
that Duke team. You
I
like
like
Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm.
And also,
think
Flag here doesn't have the rest after playing a game.
doesn't have the rest, and I like even like when Zion was at Duke, people are like, oh, like Duke's the best team.
Yeah, and they didn't.
You lose
couldn't
games.
convert.
And
Yeah.
Wisconsin's good 3-point shooting, right?
Yeah, great shooting team.
That was the team that had the great shooting, right? That you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, against UCLA. We got the but you do see against teams like Michigan, for example, they can get cold, but when they're hot, and they're a great free throw shooting team. I think number 1 in the nation.
Gonzaga has a good path.
Yeah, Gonzaga got odds here, but I'm gonna do a big but here. Tennessee's a powerhouse.
Let's do it.
Tennessee's a 1 seed in almost any other tournament.
Let's
I
it.
do think this is where the Zags runs end, but don't sleep on Tennessee. Don't sleep on the Zags. Very good team. If they get past Houston in that round of 32, they might be favored the whole way through.
All right. I feel like we have a very unique Final Four here.
We got a 2 seed, an 8 seed, a 3 seed, and a 2 seed. No 1 seeds.
Yeah, like this is pretty good. This is pretty good.
This is a unique one.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State, UConn.
I like Michigan State here.
Yeah, I'm a big Michigan State fan. We'll go MSU. I'm sorry, UConn. Wisconsin, Tennessee.
You kind of rally for both these teams. You pick this one.
Do we go the Big Ten match? I don't think we do the Big Ten matchup. I think we give some equal representation to each team. And look, Wisconsin is a very streaky team. at some point, I can only
Shots are
put
gonna
so
stop
much.
falling. Yeah, that's true.
I
Like
can put
a
only.
lot of times in these tournaments, like these teams get hot,
Yeah,
and then they get to
and
the
it
Final
slows
Four,
down.
and there's a big stage, and they start
Hmm.
off a little slow, and then they get screwed.
Yep. And then the final. I like MSU. I'm just a believer of them this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd be okay taking
They're.
Tennessee, to be honest, but it's up to you. You like MSU?
I'm okay either way, but you know what? I'm gonna show the Big Ten some love here.
All right, let's do it. Let's give it to them.
MSU
How
all
many
the way.
points scored?
Yeah, that's the.
How many
Look at
points
that Final
scored?
Four. That is a crazy Final
How
Four.
many points scored in the championship game?
These games are usually
Wait.
low scoring.
Oh yeah.
The
points. Yeah.
I would say they're usually around like 60 points, right, for
I
these
go
games.
too low
But
sometimes I go too low. I think it's going to be like around 70 each team.
so around 140.
Mm-hmm. Let's do
Maybe
134.
rock a 141.
Let's do a 138.
38. All right. Oh, 1,378. All right. Submit
And
bracket.
submit.
There it
There
is.
we go, bro. It feels good.
Yes, I like the bracket. The run of UConn will happen, I believe. Watch them get upset round 1 against
Yeah,
against
there's
Oklahoma.
a bracket, guys. 1 week when we have a perfect bracket, people are gonna say, "Wow, like those dudes with the unnamed podcast,
We're
really,
geniuses.
they really are." Well, alrighty.
Unnamed.
There you go. And I think
All right.
that's
Close this out.
yeah. And there you go, guys. There's episode 1 of the podcast that we're gonna eventually name. And I hope you guys enjoyed listening. This is yeah. Anything to say, Reed?
Hope you guys tune in, come back.
Yeah, we'll be around.
I don't know. Talk sports. Love to talk about it, and hope you guys love to listen.
Of course. All right, guys.
All right.
There you go. You guys have a great day. Peace.
Sayonara.